Yeah.
We're joined here by Matt and Ruadhan from No Spilll Blood. How are you doing, lads?
Very well, good, thanks.
Excellent stuff. Now, there's been a lot of talk about you of late. You're one of the kind of bands people are talking about a lot at the moment, and with good reason. You sound amazing, and you've also signed to Sargent House, but I'll get onto that in a little bit. For people who aren't familiar, what's the story of the kind of genesis of No Spilll Blood?
Was it a year ago or bit less than a year ago?
Yeah, apparently, a year ago.
We started playing together. I mentioned to Ruadhan that I'd like to play as much music as I could because I didn't have a job or anything. So we got together and we practiced for on and off. Well, mostly on for about 8 or 9 months, and then we got our first gig with Hands Up Wants to Die in the Crawdaddy. And we've just been playing on and off since and writing and stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. And the third member of the band is Lara, obviously from Adabisi Shank. Was he on board from day one as well?
Yeah. He gave me a call one day and said, "Oh, do you want to go and have a jam somewhere?" And Matt had just moved to Dublin from Cork, and we weren't going to go on our own, so we gave him a call. And went down, had a few cans down in Bobby's practice room, and kept it going ever since.
And can you tell me a bit about your sound? I mean, how that evolved? Obviously, you've got the bass, you've got synthesizers, you've got drums. It's nice, kind of unusual and quite a heavy sound. Can you tell me about the kind of evolution of that for yourselves?
It's basically just what happened when we went into the room. We started playing, and just like we all started doing what we kind of felt was what we wanted to do, really.
Yeah.
And I just, thank God, it all sat together, like, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual because Ruadhan's keyboards are really, really bassy, so there's less need for me to be really carrying the low end. It's more like we can kind of change what would normally be happening with those frequencies and stuff. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, it sounds a bit different, I suppose. Yeah.
I haven't seen you live myself yet, but I've seen the live videos. I think they give a really good sense of what people can expect. Were you really happy with the reaction straight away?
Amazing. Like the first video that Community Independence did actually has done a lot for us, because we didn't have any tunes recorded properly to put up online, and even like we were trying to get gigs and stuff, and it was hard to even describe to people what we were like, and you know, everybody wants to hear what they're getting before they put gigs on and that. So it was like really, really useful.
Yeah, that's kind of where it all really kind of started kind of happening. Like when it was it was just really handy because we didn't have any tunes, like Ruadhan said.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a big one for us.
Yeah, I mean, did you think it would take off as fast as it did? I mean, I know it's been about a year, but still, in terms of how quickly people were talking about you and the reputation going around with the live shows.
No, not at all. It's been a bit mad actually the last few weeks. Yeah.
Very, very unusual.
You're now on the Sargent House roster as well as of probably the last week or so.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. I mean, obviously you've got the Adabisi link there, but can you tell me a bit more about how that all happened?
It was Kathy who runs Sargent House. She saw that video, the Community Independence one, and she sent an email, you know, just saying like, you know, oh, like I really like it, and you know, and if you guys ever plan on releasing it, and you know, I'd be interested in doing something. So eventually, when we had our EP recorded, like, you know, I sent it over to her, and like she seemed to like it, and it was only in the last few days that we found out for definite that it was happening. So it's great. It's amazing.
I got a text at about 8:30 in the morning from Ruadhan with all block capitals. So he was quite excited.
A little bit excited, yeah.
Pretty excited, yeah.
Kind of going from that to the idea of being an independent band, the whole DIY ethos, those kind of beliefs, is that something that really appeals to you, or how do you feel about the labels, even independent and DIY?
Well, it's kind of, everybody's independent DIY these days. Yeah. It's not much of a thing like it used to be, you know, like there's nothing really to fight against, or, you know, everybody's got to, if you're playing music, it's because you want it and you love it, and whatever has to be done, you know. It's no way about it, no choice about it. You get too prissy about things, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah. And you're going to be releasing the EP, which you mentioned you've recorded already.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about recording it? How long did that take?
It was pretty handy. Our friend Deck Hines helped us out with it. He had access to a space, and he's got a lot of gear. He's kind of pretty good at what he does. So we did it all with him. We recorded it all with him, and Vinny from Adabisi mixed it as well. So
cool. And how many tracks are on it?
There's 6 tracks on it. Yeah.
6 tracks, excellent. We're outside the lower deck, and obviously the venue downstairs there is closed. Is that something that you really mourn the loss of? Would you've gone to a lot of gigs and played gigs there in your different guises there?
Yeah, I think between the two of us, we would have played there a lot of times. Like, I played there a lot of times with Good Elk and Rafe Humans as well, and drank many a can over there.
Well, like the Ballroom of Romance that we run here years ago brought over some really interesting bands. Skinny Wolves put on all that stuff here as well, and there's like a lot of great punk shows. It was a good staple for punk gigs, which is kind of, it was a big loss to the punk community, I think, more than anybody else.
Yeah.
There was always something on there, yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Now we're going to go to a live track from the launch of a Joyful Slog by yourselves called Good Company. Can you tell me a bit about this now? I can't always make out the lyrics to your songs because you have such a forceful voice when you're performing, Matt. So can you tell me a little bit about this particular track?
I think it was the second song we wrote, was it?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Kind of most of the songs were about mining. So, and that one is as well.
About mining?
Yeah.
Tell me a bit more about mining.
I don't know, I was just really feeling mining as a lyrical subject. I don't really know why.
Mining any particular type of
coal, I'd say,
substance?
probably. Yeah.
Coal mining. Okay, we'll have a look at that, Good Company, and people can read into the mining lyrics as they want to. Listen, lads, it was great chatting to you. Thanks a million.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.